the kind you wear a tie. Button up from 9 to 5. I tried that life but said goodbye. I'm not always polite, but I get the job done. Who says that work can never be fun? I'm simply unprofessional. Simply unprofessional. Yeah. Yeah. I'm unprofessional.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Simply Unprofessional. I'm your host, Webby, and joining me tonight we got Devin.
Hey, everybody.
And we got Mr. Rob Equist.
Hey, y'all.
So, guys, we're gonna become serious for a little while here. We're gonna talk to you about shut up, Rob. We're gonna talk to you about some moral dilemmas and moral questions that people have posed. Some of these are a quote-unquote famous moral dilemmas. Mind the quotes. So I know I pulled up some, and I know Edquist also pulled up a few.
Mm-hmm.
But I have this one. I don't know if this necessarily falls in line. It came up when I Googled moral questions or moral dilemma type things. But it's one of those like quizzes and you share on Facebook kind of things. So I'm going to go through and we're going to decide, and I don't know if they score you at the end of this. I have no idea. But it seems to be a lot of would you rather style questions, which here at SU we're not unfamiliar with these. So let me ask you guys both this. Would you rather slap a random toddler once in front of its parents, or get slapped in the face 10 times by an NFL linebacker?
Slap a toddler?
Yeah, I'm more inclined to slap a toddler.
I mean, it's not even... I would slap a toddler not even because of the, like, alternative to getting slapped by an NFL lineman. I mean, toddlers, just generally speaking, are annoying. I love kids. I love certain toddlers, but ones that are unruly. If I'm slapping it, it probably deserved it.
Well, it is specified that it's a random toddler, so chances are somebody's just, hey, that one, and then you just have to slap that one, regardless of if they're a good kid or a bad kid.
Also, random could be I'm in, like, Meyer, and this kid's, like, screaming top of his lungs because he's not getting the slushy. And I just walk up like,
that's
hey.
no longer random then. That is you
that's random.
now.
I don't use random to me.
You now picking out said toddler to slap for a reason.
No, said toddler made himself a target. It's still random. I didn't go out and be like, all right, I'm gonna go slap Johnny from down the street. I'm just going to Myers or wherever, Target, and some kids acting up, and it's just like, okay, he made the choice for me.
All right, man, I'll let it go. Fuck it.
But even if not, somebody just randomly slap a toddler, sure, they'll bounce back.
Equus, what about you?
Okay, so can I then sue the linebacker for slapping me a bunch?
No.
Because they got lots of money.
No.
Then slap the toddler.
Okay, slap the toddler. Apparently, 40% of people agree.
60% said they would get slapped by a linebacker.
53%, yeah, decided to get slapped by a linebacker.
So it's basically
Wait, what about the other 7%? They just refused to answer? That's not fair. They got to answer.
Okay, so next. Would you rather be left at the altar by your fiancé or leave your fiancé at the altar? This one's a harder one, but I got my choice, but I'm gonna let you guys answer first.
If you're talking about my previous marriage, either thing could have happened and I would have been fine.
In my relation, I mean, Let's see here. If I had a good reason to walk away, I'm assuming I did, then I would rather leave them at the altar. But if it was just like, you can't get married at all, ever. Like, divine intervention came down and was like, hey, you can't get married. I don't care. This person's perfect for you. You can't get married. Then I'll get left at the altar. I'll take that pain.
Yeah, I would say because I'd rather be the one leaving someone at the altar because then it's my choice and obviously I did not love them enough. Whereas if it's the other way around, like, you're the one that's crushed. So it's like, oh, God.
All right, so are we agreeing that you would rather leave the other person there?
Yeah.
Okay. Tilly definitely agrees. 58% of people who have done this also agree. All right. Well, okay. This one seems weird. Would you rather take a $10,000 bonus for yourself, or
Yes.
or I mean, that's where I'm leaning towards already, or split the 10,000 bonus with your colleagues?
I would rather take
No?
it myself.
Devin, Devin, would you like to chime in on this one?
Myself?
Okay.
Fuck people.
70% of people agree. Okay. Would you rather catch your best friend cheating or have your best friend catch you cheating?
I don't... Like, there's no context to this,
Yeah,
so
I know.
There's no context, and quite frankly, it's your life. Do what you want. But I don't like anybody having anything over me.
Right. I'm the same way.
So I would go. I'd rather catch him cheating.
Right. That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah, probably.
89% of people agree. We're getting better as we go on. Would you rather be forever poor but honest, or obtain great wealth through illegal means?
Great wealth through illegal means. Done. No questions asked.
It depends on whether
Nope.
you get caught.
Nope. Well, it says
I would rather
it says that you do obtain the great wealth just through illegal means, so I'm guessing you don't get caught.
Yeah, so I've already been the one, so I'm gonna go for the other.
Okay. Oh, wow. Only 35% of people agree? I think people who take this are fucking liars. That's what I'm throwing down. Okay, would you rather turn in your pet to the pound or press a button that would kill a random stranger? I'm killing a random stranger.
Yep.
Same.
Yep.
49% of people agree. Wow, that was a close one. That was
You
wow.
hear that, Matilda? I will murder strangers for you.
This one is, I don't know, strange. Would you rather let your child watch a movie with sex and nudity, or let your child watch a movie with gore and violence?
Gore and violence.
Sex and nudity.
Well, we're split, and that means I have to be the tiebreaker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd have to go with sex and nudity. I also don't tell you what age the child is.
It's the same toddler you slapped.
It's that random toddler. You adopted them.
Yeah.
You adopted them because because pressing the button to kill the random stranger was their parent.
Yeah. Yes.
And because you have so much money now from all your illegal things,
Yes.
you can afford to adopt.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna stick with that because hey, they got to learn it from somewhere.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think that having watched the sex and nudity one would lead to questions, which you then have to answer. Whereas with gore and violence, you're just like, hey, here's some more gore and violence.
And there's an
Yeah.
entire generation of people who got out of the sex talk just like that. If you were a child in like the 70s, 80s, it was just like, nah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
I never had one. Just
He'll
kind
be
of.
all right. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. 42% of people agreed to let the kid watch movies with sex and nudity.
Legitimately, at that age, it is literally this is the extent of the sex talk. Don't bring home no kids. And that's it.
Would you rather get fired from your current job or personally fire your closest colleagues?
Personally, fire my closest colleagues.
Yeah, same.
All right. 51% of people agreed. That is a majority vote.
I mean, that's just business, partner. That's just business, man.
What the
We
fuck?
still friends.
Man, we're not even halfway through this quiz, and now the questions are starting to get weird. All right. Would you rather sleep with your step sibling or sleep with your best friend's spouse? Well,
Best friend, spouse.
Edquist? Edquist is appalled that you would want to sleep with his spouse.
Oh,
I don't know if Tilly's barking or if he's just on mute still. Or if he's just refusing to answer the question.
Webby,
Yeah,
check the SU chat.
SU chat. I can do that. Oh. Alright. Well then. We'll come back. We'll make sure that when Edquist does get back from whatever he's doing currently, that he does answer this. Yeah, I'll go with sleep with your best friend's spouse.
See, now I kind of want to merge the pizza topic and these two comments together,
What?
and then just have
Oh.
no context.
Oh yeah. 46% of people agree. Wow, 54% of people would rather sleep with their step sibling. It's strange.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm back.
they're both equally immoral, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
There
So
was a dog outside, so that's why she's going crazy.
gotcha. So did you hear the question?
No.
Okay. Would you rather sleep with your step sibling, or
Okay.
or sleep with your best friend's spouse?
My best friend's spouse.
That's what we chose. 46%
Okay.
of people agreed. So 54% of people chose the step sibling.
Or like 10%
Oh.
of people just didn't answer the damn question, like in the first one.
I mean, I guess it depends how long you've been step siblings, but if you've been step siblings since you were kids, it's just weird.
Yep. All right. Would you rather save one person you know from certain death or save 1,000 strangers you'll never meet from certain death?
One person I know from certain death.
Edquist?
Ugh.
Oh, this ties in with some of the other questions later.
It does. It's our simple math questions again, but see, this one's throwing in terrible things.
But keep in
Like,
mind, you'll
is this
never.
just one person you know, or a friend?
Yeah,
or...
save one person you know from certain death versus save 1,000 strangers that you'll never meet from certain death. So you'll never meet these 1,000 people.
I mean, I know people that I don't like and wish would die.
Well, I mean, the question isn't the question isn't are you going to kill people that you know?
Well, no, I'm saying it says, yeah, someone you know. I mean,
I'm assuming you
someone
get to.
I know could also be.
I'm assuming you get to choose the person because it doesn't say save a random person you know.
Yes. Okay, then I picked to save the 1,000 people.
You're picking the save the 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, because then you said I get to pick the person I know. You didn't say it was random, so there are some people I know that don't deserve to live anymore.
Okay. Well,
He may or may not have mentioned one of them earlier.
I'm gonna go with Devin on this one. Edquist was in the majority on that one. 59% of people who've taken this say that they'd save the 1,000 strangers.
I mean, okay, technically on paper, yes, that's the better play. But like, if I had to choose between Webby and 1,000 people I don't know, I'm choosing.
You know what?
Webby every time.
Oh, yeah, if it was someone that I
That's the thing. Is there's no context, because if you're like, oh, these 1,000 people are gonna eat Tide Pods, you could save them by taking them away. Nope, let them fuckers die.
Or like, hey, you want to save this guy Alfonso you knew in 2nd grade? You technically know him.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
the only way, yeah, that's what I was saying. The only way that 1,000 people could live if I killed the one person that I know is that one person that I know is going to kill those 1,000 people. So that might be put some context on the.
And this is just me being kind of a fucked up individual. If I have to choose 1,000 people, can I be the one to kill my friend? Like, just walk in the room, like, just sit him down and be like, so I got to do this, man.
no.
Sorry. Take him out, have a nice dinner. Like, take him out, have a nice dinner. We're walking down the street. I just like slow up the pace. He doesn't have a chance to look back. I just bullet right in the back of the head. All right.
No, just dress him up like Santa Claus. That will also be mentioned later.
All right.
Not that I want you to die. It's just that I want you to not be
live.
alive anymore.
All right, so this one, I don't know. I have a feeling like, well, I don't know where this one's going to land. Would you rather get free cable for life or never have cable but be able to send an underprivileged kid to college?
I mean,
I will send the kid to college because I already don't have cable, so
No,
me either. So
no,
can I
wait,
get
no, hold on,
stuff like that.
hold on. Let me preface this, because I'm gonna just assume here. This also means like cable internet, so like you get the full package. Like it's just Comcast says you no longer have to pay us; you have our services for life.
Fuck that underprivileged kid.
yeah.
I knew
If I can never have internet, I'd be like, no way. Give me
And
internet.
the sad part is I can actually survive without internet. Like, I don't need internet in my everyday life, but it's just like Comcast is expensive, bro.
Yep.
I mean,
Wow,
like,
35% of people wanted that free internet, that free cable.
You know what? I'm a dick. I said this before we started. I said, great. People are going to see how much of a dick I am.
Okay,
I swear I'm dateable, people. I swear.
Would you rather struggle financially and have a family,
I've been there.
or live comfortably but never have a spouse or kids?
I'd choose B.
It doesn't say.
Never have a spouse or kids.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you can still hook up. You just
Right.
you'll live like the life of that like every freaking like rom-com movie or every like chick flick ever, where it's like the rich guy who just spends his whole life as a bachelor and wakes up one day and is like, I just want a family.
Right.
And then like cue like George Clooney or some shit.
No,
And,
I choose B.
got a movie.
I choose B hands down.
Yeah, me too. Like,
Oddly enough, only 32% of people agreed with us.
I can sponsor a family. Wait, no, it said spouse and kids. You can technically just have a long-term girlfriend who.
Yeah.
You could. I mean.
You got to be careful in some states. Like, I think
common law.
Yeah, the common law thing.
I mean, so you just like have like a 10-year spouse on rotation. Like, here, you got to move out. A 10-year girlfriend. Like, oh wait, 20 days until common law kicks in. Get the hell out of here.
All right. So next one.
I need to stay rich.
Would you rather steal from a retail store or steal from your place of employment?
I mean, technically, at one point or another when I was younger, I've done both at the same time.
Okay.
I mean,
so which would you rather do?
I mean, my work is a retail store.
Right,
so
exactly.
Either way, I'm robbing I'm stealing from a retail store. But I would choose not the place I work so that I can continue to work there.
Actually, I would choose the place I work. And the only reason why I say this is because, one, I hate working retail jobs, so I probably want to leave anyway. But more importantly, usually if you're caught stealing at a place you work, they usually just fire you, require you to pay it back, and they usually don't involve the police unless they're just assholes. If you get caught stealing somewhere else, usually because you don't have that rapport, they'll usually involve the police, and you're probably going to go to jail.
Well, 65% of people want to steal from that retail store.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. Would you rather join the military right now for 4 years, or move to Canada and never be allowed back to your homeland?
So just turn into John.
So turn into John. So the option here, guys, just so you know, is either join the military for 4 years or be John.
I'd rather join the military than be John. God.
Yeah, I would Edquist on this one. Like.
You know we love you, John, but
we love you, John.
hoorah!
We have to keep up the tradition of shitting on you.
Military it is, and 52% of people agree.
I mean, Canada's a nice place. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Oh my God. Would you rather always go the speed limit but never hit traffic, or drive at your own speed but run the risk of traffic?
Nope. The first one.
I agree.
All day.
I agree.
The first one all day. Fuck
So
traffic.
it's like, would you rather not have traffic or drive like you normally do every day now?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
That's a dumb question. Like, no, like, of course. Like, okay, because think about it. Your trips is perfect. Like, if you're like, okay, if I go 55 miles an hour and I'm going 550 miles, it's going to take me
X amount of time.
100 hours to get there. You know what I mean?
Yep,
like,
exactly.
Or sorry, 10 hours to get there.
You can be precise.
Exactly.
Yeah. Plus, whatever magic is keeping you from going over the speed limit keeps you from getting speeding tickets at all or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Wow, 78% of people agree with us.
They should.
They hate traffic. They hate traffic.
Fuck traffic. I am not an angry individual, despite what some of my previous streams may point to the contrary. I'm not an angry individual. Traffic is one of the few things that make me angry. I will beat people in traffic. I'll do it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Would you rather?
Silence after that.
I know. I will beat people.
Silence.
No, okay. Well, I have a lot to say on that because I think it should be legal.
I remember Webby at one point pulled over in a gas station. And what'd you call that woman?
Don't worry about that. Wow, throw me under the bus. No, listen, I do agree that it should be legal to pull some people out of their cars and beat them. Like, I hate people, and I hate people who drive like idiots.
I hate people that drive like idiots, and I hate traffic. You combine those three things together, and I'm a mass murderer now. Like, I'm a murderer. Like,
yeah.
I will kill you.
I will admit that one Thanksgiving, I yelled, "Happy Thanksgiving, bitch," while having my middle finger out the window as I sped past them.
Wow, Edquist spreading the holiday cheer.
The only thing that could have made that story better, and he was like leaving like a Thanksgiving costume party. He was dressed like a fucking turkey. Like, he just did like a little turkey outfit, just riding by, just like one feather up, like, "Happy Thanksgiving, bitch." That would have made that story better. Like, there you go.
All right. Would you rather live to be 105
Fuck that.
or die at 70?
I'd die at 70.
I agree.
Life sucks as it is.
I'm ready now. Just
with arms wide open.
Wow, only 36% of people want to die at 70.
Yeah, they're assholes. They're dumb. Like, fuck that.
What was the question? Because my Discord messed up. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, would you rather
want to die at 70?
Die at 70 or live to 105?
Hello?
Oh, Edquist, you can't hear us, can you?
Edquist!
Hello?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, okay. Wait, what?
We hear you. Wow, audio problems, folks.
We have an audio problem.
I'm not editing this out, just so you know.
Okay, so I heard the would you rather die at 70, and then I'd never hear the other side of the question.
Or live to 105.
Oh, Another 30 years, huh? I mean, it would depend on what I was doing at that age. If I was like bedridden and crap, no, die at 70. But if I was
for me,
still
I'm
like,
ready. I'm ready to die
ready
at
to
70.
go.
Yeah, I'm ready
Just
to go.
take me. If I haven't achieved it by 70, it wasn't meant to be. That's
We'll
how
see
I
it.
feel.
that means my life's more than half over already. So I will take the 100 or 100 and whatever it is.
All right. Well, you're with the majority, so. So this next one's very vague because it doesn't say what you're saving them from. But would you rather save your siblings or sibling or save your parents? I'm saving my parents.
It's just one of my siblings or all of them.
Well, I think they just put sibling in case you only had one, I guess, but assume all of them.
Like, I barely even know my brother, so I would have to save my parents, even though, because I barely know my brother, we don't talk.
Right.
So I would have emotionally, I would just be in a better place without my parents. But yeah, I love my parents, so I would save my parents.
This would be a really tough choice for me. My parents would probably want me to save my siblings, so that's probably the way I'd go. Like, that's the way I'd view it. Like, my parents would be like, no, save your brother and your sisters. So, that's what I'll pick.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with parents, but we'll see. 59% of people want to save their siblings. Okay. Would you rather get acknowledged for the work you didn't do or learn from your hard work but never receive any praise for it?
The second one.
I'd rather be praised for stuff I didn't do.
No, I want the second one because that stuff like that bothers me to my core. I believe in equivalent exchange to a certain degree. So if I don't do it and I get credit for it, I have a problem.
Well,
I don't really like either choice, but I'd rather not have to do a ton of work and then they were like, oh, you didn't do this guy did. Then I'd be fucking pissed off.
Devin, you are with 79% of other people.
Nice.
In that choice. So, and then this is the last question. All right. Would you rather have a one-night stand or have a friend with benefits?
Friend benefits.
Friend with benefits.
Yep. Because at least you're still getting that friend out of the deal. 84% of the people agreed. So, as a whole, we agreed with the community 48% of the time. Apparently.
I mean, that's fine.
The biggest dilemma that we had was slapping that random toddler in front of his parents.
So the thing is, we're all bitter people. Every one of us on this call are bitter people.
I mean, that wasn't really a dilemma. We all chose to slap the toddler. I don't understand.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't a dilemma. We were
I think it's a dilemma versus other people. I don't know how they... No, it's because that was the one that took the longest time for us to choose. It timed us. That took, for us to choose the slap the random toddler, because we talked about it, it took 2,023 seconds, apparently. That didn't make it a dilemma. We were just conversing about how funny it would be to slap a random kid. All right. So that was the quiz. That was dumb. That's fine. All right. Because Devin wasn't here for these, I have pulled up.
You guys can rapid fire them to me. I'll answer them.
3. This is where I'm going to bring back the air quotes from earlier, listeners, okay? 3 famous moral dilemmas that will really make you think.
The Santa Claus one was one of the famous moral dilemmas?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No. It wasn't. I wish. I wish.
How is that a famous gorilla?
We'll get to that one. These ones I already read to you, Anquist, but we can chime in after. But we're going to give Devin the chance to explain his choice.
Okay.
So we're going to go with the trolley problem first. Now, Devin, there's two situations to this problem. Okay, so I'm going to give you the first situation first. They're essentially the same fucking thing, though. Just keep that in mind. There's a trolley coming down the tracks, and ahead there are 5 people tied to the tracks that are unable to move. The trolley will continue coming and will kill the 5 people. There is nothing you can do to rescue the 5 people except there is a lever. If you pull the lever, the train will be directed to another track which has 1 person tied to it. You have 2 choices. Do nothing and 5 people will die, or pull the lever and save 5 people but 1 person dies.
I murder the 1.
Okay, yeah. I mean, me and Egwis kind of agreed. It's a math game here. It's purely you're saving more to, you're sacrificing 1 to save more. Now, here comes one where I posed an interesting point. So, same thing, trolley's coming down the tracks, there's 5 people tied to the tracks, blah, blah, blah. However, in this situation, you are standing on a bridge above the train tracks, and you can see the train coming. There is a man standing next to you, Devin, who is so enormous and heavy that if he places himself in front of the oncoming train, it will hit and kill him, but the train will stop. So, do you A, do nothing and 5 people will die, or B, push the guy down the bridge, he will be killed, but will stop the trolley and you'll save the 5 people?
Push him.
Okay, now here's where I posed the question to you. Because when I thought about this question, I thought immediately of the Blob from X-Men, right? Now, if he's so fucking heavy he's going to stop a train, how are you pushing him?
True. I mean, that's a true statement, but I mean,
they did give you the choice. Essentially, it's the same thing. Are you going to kill 1 person to save 5?
Yeah, I said the only difference really is that you got to look the fat guy in the face as you're shoving him off the bridge and be like, "Sorry, bro. Where's the other one? Just pull the lever."
Yeah. So yeah, essentially, it's mathematics. You're saving 5 people. You're offing 1. Now here's one. I didn't like this question. I don't understand how this is a famous question. That's why I put air quotes around famous. The baby problem. Devin, are you ready for this? You need to mentally prepare yourself for this one.
sure, come on. What you got?
You, your baby, and your entire townspeople are being chased by a band of bad people who will kill you all if they find you. All of you decide to hide in a secret place and are
I already know where this is going. The baby starts crying. Do I kill my baby to save? Do I kill my baby to save me and everybody else if the bandits find us? Yes, I snap that baby's neck.
No, the baby's not crying though. The baby's not crying. You're silently waiting for the bad guys to move away.
When you said the baby problem, I thought you meant the pregnant lady and the dynamite.
Not yet. We'll get there too. Okay. So, however, you know that your baby will cough, and the band will hear him, and then that way they will find you, the baby, and the town. So essentially, you were right. It's the same choices, but instead of the baby crying, it's the baby. You know the baby's gonna cough.
I mean, but see, this is my next question to that. If you know the baby is going to cough, the baby is yet to cough.
Cover its mouth.
Cover its mouth and its nose, and it'll pass out.
I mean, that's also a viable option.
It passes out. There you go. No problem. And then,
but
there you go.
Yeah, I said because it gives you an.
But I mean, if it was an option of I had to kill it or not, I can make another baby.
Yeah, because I mean, not only that, Edquist posed the right thing. Go ahead, Edquist.
Yeah, Because it should be. Oh, do you want to take the chance that you can keep your baby quiet and the band will pass by, or and take the chance that maybe they'll cry? It just says, okay, in one scenario you kill the baby, in the other scenario all of you, including the baby, dies. Well, then that's an easy answer. It's the baby's gonna die for sure either way.
Yeah, the baby dies in either scenario, so it's sorry, baby.
Right. It wasn't even the matter of either the baby dies or you die and the baby gets to live, but a lot of the townspeople die too. There's no option. In either case, the baby dies. So, yeah. Now, the third prisoner is called the prisoner's dilemma. Okay? There's only 3 of these apparently famous moral dilemmas. I've never heard these ones before. These are dumb. All right. Devin, you're a member of a gang. Okay?
Accurate. Okay.
You've been arrested with another member of your gang.
Okay.
Both of you are confined away from each other, and you have no way of communicating with the other member. The police do not have enough evidence to convict both of you with major charges, and instead offer you and the other member a bargain. You have 2 choices. A, you can remain silent. Or B, betray the other member and testify that he has committed the crime. Now, apparently, I will read you these before you make your choice, but I don't know where they get their statistics from. Apparently, there are 3 outcomes here. A, if you betray the other member and he remains silent, you'll be set free and he will serve 3 years in prison. Or vice versa, if you remain silent and he testifies. B, if you betray the other member and he betrays you too, you both serve 2 years in prison. Or C, if you and the other member both remain silent, you both only serve 1 year in prison.
I mean, I'll remain silent. I'm loyal. Nothing else.
See, I agreed. You got to remain silent. But I just don't understand where they get their math, where they get their sentences.
I said snitches get stitches.
That's right, because Rob's the gangster one out of all of us.
I mean, it's true. Stitches do get stitches.
He does have the most hats.
Unless you know somebody already there and you just be like, hey, when he gets in there, you can shank him up. If he can't talk, I never snitched.
All right. So those were the 3 famous ones.
On the streets, they call me the Mad Hatter. You guys don't know that. You keep quiet.
I won't say a thing.
I'm done. I'm done on multiple levels.
Now, Devin, wait. I have one for you. Where the fuck did I read this one? Okay, right here. Here, I'm gonna read this one because Edquist just brought it up. Another moral question: a pregnant woman leading a group of people out of a cave on a coast is stuck in the mouth of that cave. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In a short time, high tide will be upon them, and unless she is unstuck, all the people following her will drown except for the woman who's stuck, the pregnant woman, because her head is out of the cave. Fortunately or unfortunately, someone has with them a stick of dynamite. There seems no way to get the pregnant woman loose without using the dynamite, which will inevitably kill her. But if they do not use it, everyone will drown. What should they do?
Use dynamite, because this is the thing. If she's stuck and nothing can move her, the high tide's going to come and drown everybody, and her ass is still going to be stuck.
Yep.
So, dynamite. I mean,
I just didn't understand who makes up these moral dilemma questions?
I mean, people are trying to pull your heartstrings.
In what scenario are you, first off, Edquist brought up a good question. In what scenario is the pregnant lady leading the way?
In a more unrealistic scenario, who just carried around a stick of dynamite? Who the fuck is that guy?
Right?
Yeah, it's like, how did you people get into the cave in the first place?
Oh shit! It's
just
Dynamite
carrying around a
Dan.
stick of dynamite.
It's Dynamite Dan. He just walks around with dynamite in his pocket all the time, and every time you piss him off, he pulls it out. And he's like, "I'll use it. I'll use it." He never thought he'd have a day where you get to use it.
All right.
Dynamite
Edquist,
Dan.
read Devin the ambulance one.
And man.
Okay.
And man.
I gotta go back because I was on the quiz one. Is there? Nope. Nope. There it is. Okay. The spouse and the lover. You are an EMT on the scene of a crash that involved your spouse and the lover you didn't know he or she had. They are both gravely injured. Your spouse's injuries are the worst of them. You can tell it's unlikely that he or she will pull through. Meanwhile, his or her lover has a neck wound that will prove fatal if pressure isn't applied soon. Whom do you choose to work on? A. Work on your spouse even though he or she cheated and probably won't pull through. Your loyalty lies with them. Work on his or her lover. They can definitely be saved, and even though you may hate them, saving them is your job.
I'd work on her, and then right after I finish working her up, whisper in her ear and just like, "Watch him die," and walk away.
God damn!
Well, she probably won't pull through anyway, no matter what you do. But I'm like, why would your anger be directed at that person? I'm like, my anger would be directed at the spouse. Like, maybe that person doesn't even know that you're married. Like,
Yeah,
they could just be.
yeah, no, I thought about that too. I was gonna go over and ask him, like, did you know she was married? Did you really? Ask him the question. But then I was just like, you know what? Or even better, you know what? Just if I'm the only one there, just kind of prop her up, sit her in a hug, kind of get her in a bear hug, just behind her, just sit there and just go, we're gonna sit here and watch him die together.
Jesus. It's rugged.
And then you're gonna die. And I'm gonna go home.
Okay.
I'm keeping the dog.
Well,
and then you just walk away. I'm keeping the dog. And then you just walk away.
Devin's way darker than me. I said I would save the lover just because, for one, I don't know if they know they were married, and plus, most of my anger would be on my spouse, not on that person. Like,
Right.
It's like, if my spouse chose to cheat, I don't know if this person did. Even if they did, it's like they're not beholden to me. They don't know me. I don't know them. I know my spouse. They should not have done this.
All right.
I'm
So,
territorial.
Edquist, we're gonna kind of alternate here. I'm gonna read some of those other ones, like the Santa one,
Mhm.
and then you read ones from the list that you have.
Okay.
Okay. So, because those ones are kind of long, I'll see if I'll try to do two, and then you can read one.
Okay.
So, Devin.
Yep.
I'm specifically calling you out on this because I made the mistake of reading some of these to Edquist before we started streaming. Or
I kind of heard you
recording.
guys saying something and laughing, so I'm assuming.
But we'll chime in. But Devin,
Mhm.
getting you in the mindset here. Your mother's been in a car accident.
Okay.
She's unconscious.
Mhm.
During her rescue, doctors discover that she's actually an android. Doctors and engineers put her back together. Do you A, tell her that she is a soulless appliance, or B, keep the secret from her but upgrade her cooking ability?
Well, first question. Does her being an android void the life insurance? That's the first question. I'd have to
Probably,
ask.
but it probably. Yeah,
Then
the
in that
doctors
case,
and stuff
then-
already know that she's an android, though, so I'm pretty sure it's voided either way.
Okay, then in that case, then I mean, I'd tell her.
You tell her she's just a soulless appliance?
Yeah, pretty much. I love her.
All right.
I still love you.
All right.
I love my toaster. Make good toast.
So now I would tell her and have her upgraded.
Right. I mean, why not both, right? Why not both? Why can't I tell her and be like, now that you know this, let's rewire you.
I would also begin to question whether I was an android. Because be like, if you're my mom and you're an android, does that mean?
Did you give birth to an
Laser
android
eyes.
baby? All right, Devin. So this is the other one that I read, or one of the other ones that I read. You really got to get yourself mentally prepared for this one as well. Mine are serious. Ed Quists are very goofy. Your parents just told you...
Got that the opposite way.
Shush, shush, shush. Your parents just told you that Santa Claus isn't real. You hatch a scheme on Christmas Eve to prove them wrong. You lace eggnog with rat poison and send it out for Santa. When you wake up, you find a body. Do you A, give Santa the antidote in hopes that he will be so thankful that you saved him that he puts you on the nice list indefinitely? Or B, not give him the antidote, go wake up mommy and daddy and say, I told you so?
I'd save him only because I don't want the fucking plot of the damn Santa Claus to be my life.
I was like, so let me get this. Sometime during the night, you poison Santa, yet she's still alive and flopping around on your rug.
Yeah, he's just down there having a seizure.
And then I was like, plus if it's halfway through the night, that means you got a sleigh full of half the presents for all the children in the world. Jackpot.
Okay, Anquist, go ahead and read one of yours, whichever.
Okay, this one's called A Day at the Beach. Your family is vacationing alone on a private stretch of beach with no lifeguard. Your daughter and your niece, both 7, are best friends and eager to get into the water. You caution them to wait until the water calms down, but they defy you and sneak in anyway. You soon hear screams of distress and find them both caught in a strong current. You are the only swimmer strong enough to save them, but you can only save one at a time. Your niece is a very poor swimmer and won't make it much longer. Your daughter is a stronger swimmer, but only has a 50% chance of holding on long enough for you to come back for her. Who do you save first? A, save your daughter first. You know that your niece will die, but you can't bear the loss of your child. B, save your niece first and hope that your daughter can hold on long enough for you to come back for her.
Save my daughter. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one, absolutely, but I mean, I'd say my daughter.
I would probably... I'd save the niece.
Yeah,
I'm
the same. I would try to save both, even though the chances were better to save both in that order. So
Right.
That motherfucking door was mahogany. You both could have fit. That's all I'm saying.
Come on, Rose. Just scoot over a little bit. No, Jack.
No, you're fat, bro.
No, Jack. No, Jack.
Move your
You just
fat ass, Rose. We
you
can both fit on here.
just let go, Jack. Just let go.
I won't let go, Jack.
No, it's big enough.
You could just let me on. I won't let go, Jack. It's okay. But you could just no. I no.
I am not a cuddler. I need my space.
That motherfucker was mahogany. You both could have fit on that door. That was like a 9-foot door.
Okay, I'm gonna read. I don't even understand this one. You're a doctor, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
You're on spring break in Mexico for some reason. You are currently super drunk. Someone has an anaphylactic reaction to the buffet and their throat starts to close. You have a pen in your pocket. Do you A, try the old pen in the throat trick, or B, wait for the Mexican doctor to show up? Your confidence in your ability to pull off an emergency tracheotomy may be the margaritas talking.
You're also drunk, so yeah. Oh, let's try this.
I think being drunk voids the Good Samaritan law, so I just wait for the Mexican doctor. Wait, real quick though, we're in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, then no, I'll go for it. It's fine. Yeah, their laws is way different. They don't care. I'll go for it.
What about you, Aquist?
I would probably wait for the Mexican doctor. I mean,
Man, there goes your patient. They die.
I mean,
Devin chose
they're not my
correctly.
patient.
Devin chose correctly.
They're not my patient. I'm at the bar. I'm off duty, man.
right? He's like that old Hippocratic oath, whatever.
All right, Devin.
Who's that?
I'm gonna read you. I think this is the last one that I read Edquist before, and it's gonna make your nose bleed, and it's gonna remind you of fate. I think.
It's time travel?
Yep.
All right, I'm in.
You're just 5 minutes away from inventing a time machine. You know this because your plan all along was to instantly go back 5 minutes in time as soon as it was finished and introduce yourself to yourself. However, your future twin has some terrible news. Without disclosing any details, he tells you that you must die, otherwise a universe-ending paradox will ensue. Do you, A, kill yourself, or B, kill yourself from the future?
Kill myself.
Not the future you?
Nope, because that would create the paradox. Because then at that point, if I kill my future self, what's going to happen is 5 minutes later, I go into the future to come back to the past to get shot in the head, to go 5 minutes into the future, to come back in the past to get shot in the head, to go 5 minutes in the future, to come back in the past to get shot in the head. If I kill my past self, I just in the loop.
My nose bleeds.
I just in the loop.
I pass.
No, I think killing yourself would cause because that's a loop. But the paradox would be caused if you killed yourself, because then you were never there to go back in time and tell yourself to kill yourself. So then it erases that timeline.
Well, no, and me killing myself in the past, though, would erase me finishing the 5 minute time machine. So me ever going back in time to tell myself that I killed myself, to kill myself would have never occurred. So it would. I just would erase myself from existence after that point in time.
I said I would just kill my future self because I'm like, you're the asshole that created the time paradox. You did. And then I would not use the time machine. I'd just be like, fuck this. Guess it didn't work.
I mean, and that question's a weird loaded question only because there's like 4 or 5 different generally accepted time travel mechanics where as time is linear and you only can go back in time, but no matter what you do, time is going to be a constantly going in one direction. So even if I go back in time, no matter what I do, 5 minutes later, I'm still going to finish this time travel machine and go back in time 5 minutes. And there's another one where if you go back in time, you're actually branching off and making a whole new timeline from that moment in time. Then there's one where you go back in time and you can create other abnormalities, which then those branch off, but time will try to correct itself and bring itself back to the constant timeline. And there's one more that gets really deep into quantum mechanics, and I don't want to do that.
That'll be for a future episode of SU. We'll talk quantum physics.
Well, yeah, I'll see if I can get like a quantum physicist on here or something.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, I just go.
We can just get Dr. Jose to come on.
I just go to the local college and just be like, "Yo, hey, somebody's studying quantum mechanics." Yo,
yeah, we'll just get Dr. Jose.
I mean, but he's overqualified.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
You know what? If Dr. Jose was the Mexican doctor, then we're fine. If he was a Mexican doctor down with the trach, I think we're good. Rob made the right choice.
All right, Rob, do you have another one you want to read?
Yep. Okay. You've been on a cruise for 2 days when there's an accident that forces everyone on board to abandon ship. During the evacuation, one of the boats is damaged, leaving it with a hole that fills it with water. You figure that with 10 people in the boat, you can keep the boat afloat by having 9 people scoop the filling water out by hand for 10 minutes while the 10th person rests. After the person's 10-minute rest, he or she will get back to work while another person rests, and so on down the line. This should keep the boat from sinking long enough for a rescue team to find you, as long as it happens within the next 5 hours. You're taking your first break when you notice that your best friend is in a sound lifeboat with only 9 people in it, and he beckons you to swim over and join them so you won't have to keep bailing out water. If you leave the people in the sinking boat, they will only be able to stay afloat for 2 hours instead of 5, decreasing their chances of being rescued, but yours is secure. What do you do? A. Stay in the boat and hope that you are all rescued within 5 hours' time before the boat sinks and you drown. B. Jump ship and join your friend on his boat and hope the others are rescued within the 2-hour time limit.
Option C. I stay on the boat, tell him, because he's on that boat, to make sure somebody comes within 5 hours and everybody walks away okay.
Right.
I'm sorry, that was not enough.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't think their boat is going anywhere. It's not sinking. It's just floating. So they have, like, unlimited time to just float around until you're rescued. Whereas your boat only has 5 hours at the most, or 2 hours if you leave it.
I would stay on the boat and have the other boat stay near to us.
So when all hope is lost, you just jump and swim.
And then you just start swimming.
If it's
Yeah, but then you have all 10 people going for that one boat.
Well, that's when you start swinging oars. That's when you start swinging oars.
Well, I mean, not only that, but I mean, then you just, I mean, they can just hold on to the boat. Like, they don't have to get in.
Yeah. True.
But at least that'll help them kind of swim. And then if you lose that much energy, if it's been that long since you've been rescued, sorry.
And then as the last one hangs there, you just grab his hand and go, "I'll never let go, Jack," and just let go.
And then let go. See ya.
Bye, Jack. That's exactly what happened in the movie. I'll never let go, Jack. And she let go of his hand. It's like, you just did. Gone. You could have. There's like 5 feet of that. He's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see. So I got 2 more of the very serious ones. All right, the speed limit around schools ridiculously slow. Agreed? Agreed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're passing a school for Hitler Youth. Do you A, slow down, or B, not slow down? Devin.
I don't slow down. Middle finger.
Rob?
Middle finger out the window in my turkey costume.
Yep, exactly. Middle finger in the turkey costume.
I'll agree. Middle finger in a turkey costume with sunglasses. Okay, well, that was really easy, guys. That was easy. All right. This one's just strictly, do you A or B? There's no prep here. Well, there's kind of a prep because it's part of part A. Anyway, you'll see. Do you A, fight a charging bear to save foreign tourists on a popular hiking trail?
You could have stopped that fight of charging bear. Yes.
Now wait. Or B, push a tourist down and run for your life.
No, I want to fight the bear. We've talked about this, Webby.
I know it's on my bucket list. It's probably gonna be how I die.
It's how you end the bucket list. But I mean, you know, well, okay, no, okay. One caveat: if one of the tours is that lady screaming about her canoe, she's getting pushed.
Oh hell yeah! Oh man! All right. No, not to mention, okay, so we all know, like, you know, Chinese and Japanese tourists, they love taking pictures and stuff. You will be famous in China or Japan. Especially if you survive fighting this bear, so all the tourists can get away. If you survived, man, like Hugh Glass, he got mauled by a bear and he survived. I'm just saying.
True.
Then you're, like, bigger than David Hasselhoff. You'd be like, oh, this guy wrestled a bear, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Come on over to Japan and wrestle goats. I don't fucking know. Fucking other livestock.
I mean, I'd do that.
Okay. So this one involves a dog. I haven't read it, so I'm just going to read it now. I'm going to aim this one kind of at Edquist, I guess, because of the dog thing. Your dog starts talking to you one day.
Oh God.
He finally got tired of being called Snuggles, when his real name given to him by his bitch mother is Jeff. He then loudly expresses a desire to lick his crotch. Do you A. sell Snuggles for $1 million to the circus, or B. keep Snuggles and tell no one about his ability?
I keep Snuggles.
That's the only two choices. I would
Yeah.
keep Snuggles and tell people.
And
about
tell
his
people.
ability.
Yes, exactly. I agree. Start my own damn circus.
Right.
Snuggles, the talking crotch licking dog, all AKA Jeff. I mean, damn.
I mean, I would just try to get a reality show. My buddy Jeff. That's what I would do. Why not? Reality stars make stupid money, and people love them for some reason.
I don't understand this question. I think both would get you killed. I'm going to ask this before we move on to the other ones here. You've been sealed into a room after a warehouse party with nothing but coins and empty packaging. To survive for the foreseeable future, do you A. eat the polystyrene packaging, which is surprisingly tasty, or B. swallow some coins, which is surprisingly nutritious? I think both will end up getting you killed.
Nope. Actually, no. The polystyrene, if I'm not mistaken, are packing peanuts. Packing peanuts are actually edible.
Really?
They are. There are people that actually will buy them just to eat. They're edible.
Wait, what? Packing peanuts are not edible.
They most definitely are. There's the polystyrene ones, and then there's the starch base. But the polystyrene, if I'm not mistaken, are at least more edible than the coins. You can eat packing peanuts. Packing peanuts are totally edible.
Huh. I don't know. I don't think either sounds very appealing.
Oh no, neither are appealing.
I'd rather eat the cardboard. I mean, the boxes are in there for something.
Ah,
Packaging. Why are there coins in there? I don't get this question. I got these off of some game that's apparently going to be on Kickstarter, or is, or was, and I don't know, these don't seem like very good questions.
Like, for instance, if they're the starch-based ones, another benefit over the polystyrene, being biodegradable and non-toxic, they are safe for humans and pets if ingested accidentally. However, they are not produced in food-safe conditions and are not recommended for eating. Also, during the manufacturing process, nutritional value is removed from the starch-based packing peanuts. This removes edible components such as sugar, However, they are technically edible. You won't die.
Now, are those the starch ones or the polystyrene ones?
Those are the starch ones. The polystyrene ones, while you are less edible than the starch ones, are more edible than coin.
Well,
Because coins will for sure kill you. I mean, I think eventually you could do it long term, you would die on either one, but
okay. Last super serious one from me. Both of you. The horse you rode in on has been drinking. Do you A, ride him home, or B, call a cab?
fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I ride them home.
I agree. You get to ride a drunk horse. Like,
I mean, and technically, there's no laws in the books about my horse, my vehicle being drunk. I'm not drunk. The vehicle is.
Touche. I wonder how that would get ruled. I don't even know if it's
animal abuse.
Yeah, probably. All right, Edquist, you got another one? That was all. Those are all the dumb ones that I had. If not, I think I have I have one off of your list, which I think Edquist might be muted because of Tilly.
Tilly, oh, Tilly.
Probably. So we'll go to Devin.
Yes.
You are an eyewitness to a crime. A man has robbed a bank, but instead of keeping the money for himself, he donates it to a poor orphanage that can now afford to feed, clothe, and care for its children. You know who committed the crime. If you go to the authorities with the information, there's a good chance the money will be returned to the bank, leaving a lot of kids in need. What do?
I ain't see shit.
My man, look at you. I agree. I ain't gonna say nothing. Fuck it.
Me either. I said nothing.
Yay, he's back.
I'm back. Somebody's like knocking on something, driving her crazy. I can't tell where it's coming from though. I even looked out the window. It's like I don't. Maybe somebody's shipping ice off of something, but it's like thump, 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 thump. No idea what the hell it is.
All right. Do you have any more, Ed Quist?
I can't find. There was one that was like hilarious.
Maybe it's a bunch of hate mail about
Probably.
me.
No, about all of us, probably.
Devin is an awful person. Yup. I mean, you're not wrong. I am an awful person.
If anybody wants to send in hate mail, the email address is simplyunprofessional@gmail.com. Oh, that reminds me, I did have an email, so I will bring that up for the end of the episode.
Oh, here we go.
Awesome sauce.
Okay, so this is like a little, like a moral dilemma quiz. Like one of these, I was just like, oh my god. So I'm gonna go through them really quick because they're short. They're short ones.
Okay.
You and 30 people are stranded on a lifeboat with room for only 7. Nobody can paddle you to safety. It's going to sink. You can only save some people by throwing all except the strongest rowers overboard. What do? Let everyone die, save the strongest rowers.
What was the question?
Yeah, I didn't follow that one.
You're on a boat that's sinking, but you can only save... Either you have to let it sink, or you can save the strongest rowers, and you can get to shore with the strongest rowers, but you'd have to throw everyone else off.
I mean...
So either everybody dies, or you and all the strongest rowers live?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one.
That was the second one. And honestly, the moral of the takeaway of this is stay the fuck off boats. This
Yeah,
is like
man.
the 5th boat question.
No
Stay the fuck off boats.
Boats are sinking left and right. I don't like it.
Okay. Your loved one is in constant pain from an incurable disease. One day they tell you that they are ready to die and cannot do it themselves. They beg you to help them commit suicide. What do? Try and distract them from their pain, help them die peacefully.
I mean, if they want to die, they want to die. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's against the law.
It is, but so is a lot of things. So is probably riding your drunk horse home.
Yeah, but like it depends on how you're going to help assist in their death. Like it's going to end up getting traced back to you somehow.
No, I mean if they're already sick or something, just they took too much of their medication.
Here's a can of soda and an open bottle of pills.
Yes.
Like, that's the extent of your helping them? Like, is the question asking, are you going to, pull a pillow over their face and just hold it down, what?
Right. I mean, it's kind of an open-ended question, so, I mean, you kind of can do however you want. Like, do I need to stage, like, a break-in that went wrong? Like, what has to happen?
Or are you just holding their head underwater until the bubbles stop?
Like, I swear, I was just trying to baptize her.
Like,
they're very short ones with like no.
I was trying to baptize her, then the bubble stopped. The bubble stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the one I wanted to get to is the next one, so we could just move on.
Okay, I don't think in that scenario, I don't think I'd be able to assist.
Yeah, me neither. I would try to distract them.
I mean, I would try the distraction, but I'm assuming this is the first conversation that has been had.
Yeah, but listen, we here at Distractions Media has it right in our name. We have to at least try the distraction.
Right. I'm just assuming, like, we've been going through this for years, and it's like, yeah, you know what? I want to die. Like, just, yeah.
All right, but the next one is the one Edquist is really wanting to ask us.
Hold on, I lost you guys. Like, I'm getting all the weird choppy vocals again, so give me a second till it gets
Damn it,
straight.
Edquist!
Rock.
Devin, you're not helping! It's like someone who's trying to count and you're just like 13, 25, 37, 12. It's like, God damn it.
That literally never gets me when people do that. I always laugh when they do that. I'm just like, that doesn't get me. Like,
Well, to fill in this dead air, I will read Kurt's email real quick. It's about animes that he recommends.
hey, Kurt, anime. I'm always down for
Okay.
anime.
I'm back if you want to do this
There's
first.
haiku
All right.
on there.
Hold on, we'll get
Yeah.
to that. Yes.
My Discord is acting up terribly. It always seems to do this during recordings, never during games. I don't understand.
I don't understand either. All right, go ahead and we'll go to your question, and then we'll do the email.
Okay, so this as a poor slave, you are forced to work all day making rugs.
Making
God.
rugs. Okay.
Okay.
God, in a dream, tells you that no one will buy these rugs. I'm like, so
God
you're
comes
gonna-
to you and tells you your rugs are shit.
Exactly.
No one wants them.
Not only that, you're a poor slave. This is your whole life making rugs. Not only are your rug shit, your life ain't worth shit.
Yeah, no shit. You spent your whole life making this, and you still suck at it.
I mean, thanks, God. All I ever asked was for a little honesty, and a little upfrontness. Thank you.
Wow,
I appreciate it.
God really shoved his sandaled
God.
foot right up your ass. All right.
Thanks, Chuck. This is Old Testament God. I see.
I'm like, I was saying, so God exists, and he takes time out of his day not to save me from slavery, but to come down and bitch about my rugs.
Your rugs ain't shit. No one's buying this shit.
I just have you just imagine like
I wouldn't use your rugs to wipe my godly ass.
I just imagine like God is exhibiting like, yo, dog, your rugs is shit, dog. I'm just saying, I'm out. Peace.
Okay.
Keep doing what you do.
Is there more to this question? Like, is this a question? Hold on.
I have a universe to run, but I came down to spit in your face and tell you your rugs are shit. It just says, how do you feel? Disappointed that all my work is done for nothing, or happy that no one will profit from my enslavement?
Oh my god! Those are two shitty choices.
I know! I was like, what the fuck?
No, I think there's a lot more at play here. Fuck the rugs. Like,
Yeah, this guy is a prophet of God, apparently.
fuck the rugs. God just came down in a dream and was just like, hey, your rugs are shit. I'm out. Like,
I'm out.
If God dropped down, like, if I'm sitting here and, like, I've been like, praying to God and asking God for help, like, I'm poor, all the above, and I'm sitting in the fucking Arby's drive-thru, and he just pops next to me, he's like, yo, dog, you get the number 2. I'm out.
No,
Like,
honestly,
what the fuck?
you know what just ran through my head? All right, envision this. Austin, all dirty and disheveled, trying to weave this dumbass fucking rug. God comes down, says, yo, your rugs are shit. And then he just poofs and vanishes. And then Austin just looks up and says, he gone.
Yep.
And then I can just imagine this part of the Bible. And lo, God came and said unto him, your rugs are shit.
Your rugs are shit.
I'm telling you, this is Old Testament God that tried to kill Moses.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
I love Old Testament God. He got angry and tried to beat the shit out of Moses. Like, oh my God.
I knew I had to get that. I'm like, I have to find that one again. Because when I was reading it, I'm just like, why is God coming down and tell me that my rugs are terrible instead of saving me from enslavement?
Or like giving me some motivation or something. Like, look, man.
And the following day, God came back and says, hey, this rug isn't so bad. And I said unto him, really? And he said, nah. And just poofed again. It's like God's just trolling you.
Right? Oh my God.
God. That's a good one. We're gonna end on that one. I liked that.
That
one.
wasn't even a good question. That was just a good like statement. Like that wasn't a good moral dilemma. That was just a good like
Hey,
conversation
no.
starter.
Now listen, I'm sorry if there are any slaves out there making rugs listening to this podcast.
Hey, look, we here at Distractions Media are gonna say that your rugs are shit.
Your rugs are shit. All right, but if they're well priced, I'll buy one just to help support you.
I mean, and I can use a rug, so I mean, I will like, but your rugs are shit. They constantly shift when you walk over them. They don't have proper padding underneath.
They're made out of like 18 different types of materials.
Fucking macrame rugs. Wicker. You out there making wicker rugs? Fucking hate wicker.
Damn it.
You're just like, God, you've come to save me. I just came to tell you, ain't nobody gonna buy that rug.
No one buying that shit.
Hey, look, I just came down to give you some advice.
God,
Your rugs are shit.
Your God comes down and just picks up one of your rugs and just starts unraveling it and being like, "What is this bullshit?"
Flies away like praise the Lord. It just flies off into the sky like, what the fuck is this?
He tells you they're bad, and you throw them away, and then you find them later picking through the garbage, taking them out.
Hey, God, yo, what you doing, man? All right, so now I kind of have an idea for like a
No,
show.
God, you pay full price.
No. Like, now I have an idea of like hobo Jesus or somebody like just literally walks around. It's a hobo who walks around and gives people life advice as Jesus. And I just want this guy to just be like a fucking like this Asian guy working like a sweatshop making rugs. He just walks up like, "Yo, man, your rugs are shit." And can we please get Hannibal Buress to play Jesus?
Yes.
He would have the perfect delivery. Yo, dog, your rugs are shit. He just walks away. Like, that would be the greatest. I would watch that show. I would watch Hobo Jesus.
Oh, man. All right.
That's why I was dying when you first came on, Devin, because I read that just before Webby read me the Santa question, and I was just like, I can't take this.
Well, I think that's a good one to end on. Before we do our sign-offs and stuff, I do have an email from Kurt who wanted to follow up with more anime recommendations, I guess, to see if maybe this passes or makes Devin's next set of picks for us to watch at some point.
You know what? How about this?
Now listen, you can't throw down a challenge quite yet. I'm not ready.
I'm not challenging. What I'm saying is, how about this? How about instead of we go through and instead of me picking them, how about we let like Kurt send them in? Maybe we'll encourage more emails, more fan participation. Let's collectively pick some off this list and we'll watch them and we'll all give our review on some of these.
Listen, because I don't know if all these are on Netflix and or where to find these, and I'm not about to read my anime. That's why they have to pass your approval. That's the whole point. You understand me. What is Edquist laughing about? Is he still laughing about Rug Jesus?
I'm laughing at the picture Devin put into the Simply Unprofessional.
Did you put a picture in now? You can't hold
in the chat, yeah.
Watch me! Challenge accepted! Challenge accepted!
I like how the hand is like on fire. I always masturbate with my burning hand.
Oh, God. Okay. So, Devin, the list that Kurt brought in, I'm sorry for that. Okay. Gate.
Gate's great, yep.
Haiku.
I love Haiku. Don't know if it's on Netflix, but I love Haiku.
Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash.
Oh yes, that is you guys would love that. That's basically, in my opinion, a better version of Sword Art Online. Just saying.
Okay. And then he wrote, I quote, "And for shits and giggles, Rosario Vampire."
Oh yes, I've seen all of those.
So thank you, Kurt. I have given those to Devin, and he will possibly put some of these on his next list when we get around to our next anime episode. I'm still trying to get through the full amount of shows. I just finished Seven Deadly Sins, and I'm going to start watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood next. So that's where I'm at.
There you go.
All right. So, with that being said, and the email being answered, I am. God damn it, that picture. It's going to get me every time I look into the chat now.
One.
The hand one. The hand. All right. Oh my god, where's the play button now? Shit. What did I break?
Burning hand. I'm just going to start seeing a burning hand picture.
All right. So thank you everybody for listening, and thank you Devin and Edquist for sharing with some of these. Some of them were actually, moral dilemma type questions, and others were just like simple math problems, and others were just flat out me and Devin want to wrestle a bear. Just throw that out there. So Edquist, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Confessor_X and on Twitch at twitch.tv/ConfessorX.
And Mr. Devin, where can people follow you at if they want to follow you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at DMP_Pookie and on Twitch at PooKilledMe.
And where can they send email if they want to send hate mail for you? Do you want that to go through me?
It can.
Sure.
But also,
Simply,
too, you know what?
Simply unprofessional@gmail.com for any hate mail for Devin.
That too. Or if I think I'm you see. Go ahead and finish signing us off, and I will update something in a second.
All right. And as always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at JaxForestWalker, all one word. And you guys can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/DMWebby, all one word. I don't stream often, but I've started streaming more often, if that makes sense. Also, shout out to Cheeky, #1 super fan.
Cheeky. And by the way, you can shoot all your hate mail over to me at pookilledme@gmail.com.
There you go.
Glad I made that a while ago.
And as always, everybody, thank you for listening, and hashtag fuck Booster Gold.
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold.
And remember, kids, you can't hold hands with God while you masturbate.
Challenge accepted.